guys, welcome to the Everett Silver Show. We have exciting guests as we do every week, and so I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm always bringing it to you, so thanks so much for staying in tune with us. Stay connected. You're watching the Everett Silver Show.
Good to see you. How are you?
Doing great. Listen, folks, I'm so excited to have actor and health advocate Boris Kodjoe here with us, raises awareness of the Prostate Cancer Foundation, and so what a wonderful privilege to have him. So, Kodjoe, with that being said, tell us about your latest initiative to help raise awareness. When you're talking about this I guess important issue conversation around men's health.
It's very important. I'm excited to partner with the Penn and the Prostate Cancer Foundation because we are in a position now to celebrate those who are fighting the disease, as well as creating a forum for those that need to talk about the issue, which is all men, because 1 in 8 men in this country will at some point be confronted with this disease, as well as 1 in 4 Black men. So I thought it was very important to raise the issue, to start this conversation about early detection, and it's also a very personal issue for me because one of my best friends, a good mentor of mine, was in the battle, so to speak. He was fighting prostate cancer at one point. Thankfully, he's still with us. But it touched close to home. So I wanted to do something. And the Penn and the Prostate Cancer Foundation have created this forum to destigmatize the issue and to start talking about it, because only if you talk about it can we educate ourselves, can we inform ourselves about the issue, get checkups consistently. Early detection is the key, and I think that's a reason for me to celebrate those who are fighting cancer, as well as try to educate those who are in the so-called category.
Right.
That's why we're doing it.
And then Boris, why is there though a significant racial disparity for Black men, especially?
Like with anything else, when we're talking about social justice and equality, again, there's a lack of access, quality care, which makes it hard for us to detect this thing early. But again, it starts with having a conversation, and that's
Right.
why I want to talk about it, because like with so many things in our community, the problem is that we don't want to show weakness. We don't want to show vulnerability as Black men. There's so many things we're dealing with. It's a daily exhaustive battle, if you will, to just continuously having to validate our existence. And this is just one more thing that we need to worry about. So it ends up
Yeah.
at the bottom of the totem pole. We just
Yeah.
don't take care of ourselves as much as we should.
Right.
So I hope that this discussion will lead to more Black men recognizing the urgency and the
Hmm.
importance, and getting early checkups, even if it's hard to get quality checkups in the area. Make the effort to find out where to get these checkups, so that you might be able to save your own life.
Boris, I'll say this last thing, man. I'm gonna be a little transparent here, man. I'm a 57-year-old guy, man. I just decided to have colonoscopy just this maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Everything, thank God, turned out fine.
Great.
But how instant? But I'm telling you, I thought about something, Boris, because your mouthpiece and what you're doing is so great, because it's such an easy procedure, and it's not that, and it really, like you say, you giving yourself a chance at life.
Well, I mean, you're a great example, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hesitant,
Yeah.
maybe scared. And now
Right.
you went through with it. And how was your experience? I mean, you just said it was so quick and fast. Tell us about the experience. I think you can help a lot of people with that.
Well, I'm just saying, I went in there, the doctor prayed for me. I just, everybody had recommended this guy in the area. And I'm like 7 years, according to my timeline of getting a colonoscopy, period. And the process was so easy, Boris. I mean, I was in and out at home, nothing to it. And like I said, thank God everything checked out. But because I do, I still work out, I'm healthy and stuff like that. But still, I hesitated and just think, what if something had come up, man? But I appreciate you, the likes of you. I mean, you're a celebrity. You're bringing a mouthpiece to it, and it was just simple.
I appreciate you for sharing that.
Yeah, yeah. And then look, tell us what we can do. Can get it. What can we do to get involved?
Dialogue and you sharing your experience. Well, one of two ways. You can go to the store because Depend will donate up to $350,000 for each product sold. So some of the products you see behind me here. And then the second way is just to go to the site, depend.com, and find out more information about the Prostate Cancer Foundation.
Depend.com is where you want to go. Boris Kodjoe, I tell you, actor, health advocate. What a pleasure, Boris, to have you on the show, man. Thank you so much for doing it, and I really appreciate you, and I definitely am a fan.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Boris. All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning into the Everett Silver Show. Stay tuned. Don't turn that dial because we got more exciting guests right here on the Everett Silver Show. Be back in a moment.
She never returned the clothes to him, and she
not
never.
clothes. Not clothes.
She
I
never
don't care about.
intended to
I don't
return
care
my
about
car either.
Right now, I don't care about the clothes. Right now, this is a simple contract case, which is very easy for me. Despite the blurry lines of truth, it's actually quite simple.
Hi, Everett. Or all of us. Or all three of us.
Oh, wow.
Bad timing.
What a welcome, guys. Sarah, Kevin, Whitney, thanks for doing the show.
Thank you for having us.
for having us.
You're so welcome. Well, I'm ecstatic about it. Who doesn't love or watch Judge Judy? I mean, I'm excited. All new guys. Court is back in session. A new team, though, joins Judge Judy, as her return to the bench on IMDb TV series, Judy Justice. And so, Sarah, I'm going to start with you because I know you're a granddaughter. What is it like working with Grandma?
It's great. I mean, she's been so supportive throughout my entire life, and now she gets to support me through this new legal program that she's also a part of. So it's definitely changed our relationship for the better. And I think that our bond is even stronger now that we've experienced this together. So it's been a great experience working with her.
Kevin, new bailiff, how is it? Does anything for the new episode that kind of gets you off guard?
No, not really. It's different from the previous Judys. We have a cast. We have a law clerk and a stenographer.
Right.
And we have a new platform, new cast, and we're all excited. We're young and we're ready to go.
Well, there you go. Whitney, how in the world can you get all those words in and type it up?
I know. Sometimes my fingers are smoking after. Oh, you know what? Judy makes a really great record. So I have not had an issue at all. She makes a great record, and if people start talking too fast or over each other, I mean, she has my back.
I mean, with your background and things, I mean, what you've done, I mean, you guys are all bringing something to the table. With that being said, Sarah, do you think that maybe Grandma may be grooming you down the road?
I'm not sure. I'm really taking it one day at a time. None of this would have happened if I had a set, structured plan. And so I think that you just got to do the right thing. I'm trying to finish up law school, and this opportunity presented itself, and hopefully something down the line like this will happen because it's been amazing so far. So I don't want to pigeonhole myself into one particular plan, but just be open to everything.
And then, Kevin, being a bailiff for the courtroom, and we know there's TV and different things involved. How is that kind of different from your regular routine on this level?
It became kind of natural, working with the probation department and working with kids, and I was familiar with the court system. And when I was asked to join the cast here, became natural, you know, familiar with the courtroom, familiar with the cases, and yeah.
Yeah, and then lastly, Whitney, when I think in terms of, because you know you gotta love Judge Judy's comeback. Some of the
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
she says. Listen, do you actually put that in? You know, as you type.
I write verbatim, so everything goes in the record.
Wow.
Well, listen, guys, I'm so excited. Everybody's going to be tuning in because I believe today it premieres on IMDb TV. Guys, you got to be tuned in and logged in to the show. And I believe that so many things that are happening, guys. Appreciate you doing the show. I'm going to be glued in again. What a privilege to talk to Sarah Rose, law clerk, and also Judge Judy's granddaughter. And then Kevin Rasco Bailiff, also Whitney Kumar, court stenographer. Guys, what a privilege to have you. And thanks so much for doing the show.
We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
More guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back in a moment.
I like your doll. What's her name?
Yeah.
That's a pretty name.
Thanks.
You know, that was my mom's name. She used to live here a long time ago.
He's still here.
What did you say?
He doesn't like you.
Who doesn't like me? Wait, you...
She just left her dog like that?
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome out. Now, folks, this Halloween is a great time for, you know, to visit family, but Paramount Plus, original paranormal activity, Next of Kin. And I'm speaking with paranormal expert Christopher Chacon is here with us about all things that haunt and possesses. I don't know, man. Christopher, what do you think, man? What is this documentary about?
Well, it's definitely perfect for the season, and it's definitely unsettling. It's the document. This Paranormal Activity, you know, of course, the entire franchise has been it filmed in a way that it brings you into the story being told, and it's of course filmed in a very documentarian style, almost like a home movie style. And the previous ones, of course, have been in their home. So now this one is refreshingly different and new. It takes you outside the box, and you're following along with family trying to reconnect. And of course, that hits home with everybody. Everyone's trying to reconnect right now.
Right.
The difference is when she's trying to reconnect, it doesn't go so well. That's putting it lightly.
I was gonna say, let's put it lightly, Chris.
Yeah, it really goes disturbingly bad, and I think that hits home too. I mean, you're not expecting it, and you know, it's interesting because you connect with these characters, and the style of filming does make you feel like you're watching home movies a little bit. And when things begin to happen, even though you're watching it maybe on, if you're not on the big movie screen, and you're watching on a small screen, which is what we're doing, it still pops out. It still terrifies you equally as much. I've talked to people who've seen it, and they can't sleep, or you know, it makes them want to sometimes even try to watch again. They want to watch again because it's left indelible impressions, some of the disturbing things they encountered.
Yeah, when you're talking about strange occurrences, but the discoveries, and then how she kind of realizes, you know, that this community has got some, you know, welcome them to this, you know, some hiding sinister, right?
Well, you know, I think we along the journey, we kind of know this because it's something nature of the film. And it makes this one of those things where you're talking to the TV, kind of saying, come on, you got to get you got to understand what's going on. And, you know, but we know if any of us were in that situation, sometimes we don't know how deep we get in until we're in there. And then it's too late, which is basically what happened. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. The phenomena takes on way more tangible than the previous movies did. This is something that can do physical harm to you. So what potentially could happen. And I think people will see that when they watch it.
Yeah, Chris, I think about your background. I mean, your experience and what you're bringing through your scientific investigation. And is it something that you think we really need to look at some of these real life phenomena? I mean, some people deal with spirits today, right?
Yes. Well, there are still thousands of cases being reported of every type of phenomena imaginable, and that's around the world. I think we have to keep in mind that a good 70 to 80% of those cases do have rational explanations. They're psychological, physiological, even environmental, sometimes circumstantial, but that there's still a 20 to 30% of those cases which are unexplainable, or the phenomena defies the laws of nature and physics. And when you're dealing with those, you're so much out of the average person just has no place to turn to. I've encountered time and time again normal families that are completely dysfunctional after encountering the phenomena. Even if the phenomena ends or they move out of the home or leave someplace, there's a degree of trauma that follows them. And because you think and these things are supposed to be not real, they're supposed to be made up, but when these things are real, suddenly your life has been transformed.
Anything surprise you, Chris? When you from what your research have shown and brought you to this point.
Well, actually, I'm always getting surprised by different types of phenomena. Just in regards to, for example, haunting, ghosts, poltergeist phenomena. That these phenomena they don't fit the criteria of what people expect. There are a lot of fallacies about it. One, for example, that a place for a place to be haunted, someone must have died there. Totally not true. No one needs to die at the location. And the other idea is that, well, if somebody dies a horrible death, that usually is what the cause and effect of a ghost or spirit. Again, that's a fallacy. It could be something positive in nature as well as malevolent. That these phenomena can stay in one place. Again, that's another thing with they can migrate from place to place, and the list could go on and on, especially with the possession cases and the exorcism cases that I deal with. Those, again, there's a long laundry list of aspects of the way the phenomena works and how to deal with it, which simply don't fit what a lot of the people or in general what we think the way they work. There's still a lot we still don't understand.
Right. Well, then I tell you, folks, you've got to be glued because it's going to be a scary time. Friday, October 29th on Paramount Plus, Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. I have the wonderful privilege of talking with paranormal expert Christopher Chacon has been with us. Chris, thanks so much for doing this show, and I appreciate you.
It's been my pleasure. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
More guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back in a moment.
Hi, Everett. Can you hear me?
Colleen, I can hear you. It's so wonderful to have you on the show again.
Oh, I love to talk to you. Thank you.
Well, folks, Mom on the Run, Colleen Burns, provides some of the tips, I guess, to prepare us mentally and physically for the holidays. And wow, don't we need that? And so, Colleen, with that being said, how has the pandemic changed healthcare?
Well, the pandemic has changed so much, right? And the holidays in general are just so crazy and stressful. But I partnered with a few brands I think can help. It's important when we're talking about our health to take a break from news coverage of the pandemic. It may cause extra stress. You don't have to follow all those numbers all the time. Also, so important to eat a variety of fresh and unprocessed foods, and of course, stay hydrated. But I think one of the silver linings to come out of the pandemic is that so much is virtual now, including healthcare. So when you have a health issue and you don't have time to schedule an in-person appointment, United Healthcare is providing convenient telehealth options to millions of members right now for urgent care, and they're expanding to primary care and behavioral health care services virtually with Navigate Now. It's a new health plan that enables eligible members to connect virtually first with a personalized health team while helping employers save 15% on premiums compared to traditional plans. So it's a win-win, and it's one of those things that a good thing that's come out of the pandemic is being able to talk to your doctor directly more conveniently.
Now, Colleen, is there a better way to budget over the holidays?
Absolutely. Last year, about a third of us went into debt over the holidays. I'm assuming it's going to be about the same this year. And, it makes what's supposed to be a joyous time of the year pretty stressful. But there is a solution. Personal finance company SoFi has a credit card that gives you an unlimited 2% back when you save, invest, and pay down debt with SoFi. So that's a big incentive to stick to a budget. And it will help you keep making progress toward your financial goals instead of falling behind. The card comes with some added perks, including no annual fees, no foreign transaction fees if you're traveling over the holidays, and fraud protection, which is important. So you can head to SoFi.com/credit card to learn more and apply. But, so important to stick to a budget over the holidays. You don't want to start the new year with a budget hangover. Not a great way to start the year, and also just makes the whole holiday season then just seem kind of sad.
And then, Colleen, you mentioned the holidays can be stressful. Any tips to de-stress?
Sure. Exercising regularly, you hear it all the time, but do try to stick with that. It's one of the best ways to bust stress. Also, write down what stresses you out. It helps to offload it. And also, write down what you're grateful for. That gratitude can really help ease stress. Of course, what's really important is getting quality sleep too. And so many of us are counting sheep this time of the year instead of getting good quality sleep. But I found a great solution. Unisom's new Simple Slumbers. They're a great, completely drug-free sleep solution that you can use for your occasional sleeplessness. They're great tasting gummies. They come in midnight raspberry, golden honey, lemon. They help you fall asleep quickly, you stay asleep longer, and you wake up feeling refreshed. The ingredients are important. Melatonin, you've heard of this before, to help you fall asleep. Passion flower and lemon balm believed to soothe and calm your mind, and vitamin B6 to help support brain health. And I don't know about you, but I am no good without a good night's sleep.
Right. I know that's right. So
Yeah.
many wonderful tips, Colleen, you gave us today. Where do we go for further information?
You need more information, Everett, at dailylounge.com.
dailylounge.com, where you want to go. Colleen Burns, Mom on the Run. Thank you so much for doing the show, Colleen.
Thank you so much. Always great to talk to you. Take care.
All right. Take care.
More guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. Be back in a moment.
Hi, Everett.
Joann, how you doing? Always a pleasure.
Hey. Oh, it's so good to talk to you again.
Always. Well, folks, my guest is with us. It's National Positive Attitude Month, and we're kicking it off with a scoop from beauty and also lifestyle expert Joann Butler. She's got to get us going in a positive direction. So with that being said, Joann, where do we start?
Well, Everett, there's so few things in life we can control, so I'm a big believer in the little things you can do to make yourself feel good. In particular, whatever you can do to treat your senses, because senses play a huge role in our mood and how we feel, especially your sense of smell. So, whatever I can do, if I can smell my coffee brewing in the morning and I can wake up to that, it just can immediately jumpstart my day and put me in a good mood and just set the tone for the entire day. Even the type of shampoo and soaps I use in the morning, and moisturizers too, have the same effect. And I've partnered with Jergens Skincare, who is, one of those iconic brands that really appreciates this connection between scent and mood. And they have this whole amazing line called Jergens Skin Smoothies, made to do just that, treat your skin and your senses. This is the newest of the bunch. It's a tropical treat. Even the name is yummy. It has hints of mango and pineapple and guava and banana. It's literally like a vacation in a bottle. The scent of pineapple is known to promote improved energy, and mango is known to be calming. So the combo is just really fantastic for your senses. And of course, makes your skin, your sense of touch feel good too. That's so important. All of these have cocoa and shea butters and a boost of vitamin E to really keep your skin healthy and hydrated all day long. Just love it like you wrapped it in love. They also have the scent of bursting citrus pink grapefruit and pomelo, which is also fabulous and energizes your skin. And then another one that smells like fresh sliced cucumber and melon. It feels like you spent the day at the spa. So fabulous stuff here. And they're so affordable too, Everett. You just get them at Walmart, walmart.com for $5.99. So there's something for everyone. And I've been doing a little research. Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, the co-founder of the Happiness Studies Academy, has said, the key is just to find whatever scent works for you. And there's 3 different types of smells. There's universal, cultural, and personal. And personal smells change our mood based on people or things. Cultural are things we find pleasing because of our upbringing and those experiences that we remember. And then there are universal smells, ones that impact us regardless of either of those. So it's really interesting, the power of our sense of smell.
And then, Joann, what other things should we be doing, I guess, to give us a positive boost?
Yeah, well, think about your other senses too. I love fresh flowers, so it's pretty easy just to hit ShopRite and get some fresh flowers. I just make sure they're everywhere in the studio and at home. They make me happy. It's the first thing I see when I walk in. Love music. It's my therapy, so I always have music playing everywhere. Total mood booster. Of course, taking care of yourself physically is so important. Take breaks throughout the day. Make sure you get some fresh air. Fresh air is really key. It makes a huge impact on how you're feeling. Of course, exercise is also so important. Try to get at least 30 minutes a day, even if it's just a brisk walk. It helps you not only physically but mentally as well. You feel good about yourself, first of all, and also exercising releases endorphins in your brain that make you happy. So it's scientifically, a fact. Also, drink water. Stay hydrated. If I don't drink enough water, I definitely feel it, and it really affects my mood as well. Of course, how you look affects how you feel. So if you can, try a new haircut or a new hair color, even a new lipstick. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Just hit the drugstore and get yourself a new lipstick. Studies have shown that a new lip color can affect your mood for the better. And the 90s lip is back, Everett. In fact, everything 90s is back right now in music and fashion and beauty. So there you go. And I believe retail therapy, that's no joke. If you can treat yourself to, a new accessory or a new outfit, go for it,
Always can count on you for deals. Where do we go, Joann, for further information?
Check out lifeminute.tv for a whole bunch of positive life tips.
Beauty and lifestyle expert Joann Butler. It's always a pleasure to have her on the show. Joann, have a good one.
Everett, you too. Thanks for having me.
You always. Bye-bye.
Seems like forever is coming. I can't believe it's happening to me. Wanting to sing, get the song.